Punch the sky, Spaceman Joe. Yeah. Tier 1, crazy
Everyone, that's the news ticker. You're on Werewolf Radar's Paranormal News. I'm Roger, joined by Nate. Jordan is in the pie dimension, which is once again not the food. It is the number pi. We've sent search teams out to find him, but it goes on for a long time. So who knows when we'll find him? But your support of the show means that we will find him eventually. And now, go on.
All the drones are coming back at like 3.14. We figured this is enough.
No, you need a few more digits on there. Program the drones for 6 digits this time. We'll double the search. Excellent. Nate's off doing that. We'll get him back. But for right now, I got 2 news stories for you.
I was trying not to make a Doublemint twins thing.
Always make a Doublemint twin. Well, it's just... wait till you hear the news. For the first story I have for us is a little piece based on Britney Spears's memoir, which was released at the end of October. And apparently she had a paranormal experience after her breakup with Justin Timberlake.
Well, I need to know more about this.
Indeed. So in The Woman in Me, Britney Spears says that following their breakup, which involved a lot of, how should I say, it was an emotional and physical roller coaster.
Imbalances?
Yes. Plus, she became pregnant, supposedly. Not supposedly. This is in the autobiography with Timberlake's child. And as no one was ready for motherhood or fatherhood, but I think it was more Justin Timberlake saying, no, I'm not ready for this. They had an abortion, or she chose an abortion. So she's going through a lot right now.
Well, and I think it's worth noting that this is bad curly-haired Justin Timberlake. He has not yet brought sexy back.
He has not brought sexy back. Right now, he's trying to take away sexy. And following this breakup, Britney Spears is driving in the desert, accompanied by one of her friends. I assume the tall one from Crossroads.
Okay.
Who had also just separated from one of Justin's best friends. They got into a convertible, fucking...
This
Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas style. and just started driving. Also, every time this article mentions Britney Spears, it's all like toxic singer, baby one more time singer. The singer then recounts having an experience close to paranormal during this escapade. She said, a sinister feeling settled inside of me. And she would later qualify this feeling as a deep beauty from another world.
Well, yeah, that's the spirit of the Joshua Tree, man.
You're just experiencing one of America's greatest national parks.
Yeah, you're driving out through the desert in a convertible, feeling bad about yourself. Of course, the desert's going to reach out.
Supposedly, she asked her friend, do you feel this too? And what is that? And supposedly they both shared similar feelings. She doesn't think this was just a thing, a special moment between like two people and the energies was right. She believes that this could be a paranormal thing. She just doesn't think this is like something normal. She thinks something was affecting her outside of the boundaries of normal laws of physics. She didn't say that. She said this: "We felt that way at that moment because we needed to. We were so open spiritually and so bare. It showed us that there is much more than what meets the eye." So that's the Britney Spears fun. She's out here not doing.
She's not wrong.
She's not doing Kesha's work by sleeping with ghosts.
Well, I mean, Kesha's on a whole other level.
Kesha's on a whole other level, but she's still a queen. And then for a little bit,
she might be the queen.
She might be the queen. And then for a little bit more sinister of a tale, I have from the mirror.co.uk a tale or a news article that starts with, "We got possessed in a graveyard and now the ghosts have followed us home."
Yeah, journalists usually don't call them tales.
Listen, when Roger speaks, he mushes all the English words together, and whatever comes out is wild. So, a couple who investigated paranormal activity in their spare time believe spirits followed them home as they've been plagued with eerie occurrences ever since a supposed graveyard possession. Charlie Harker, 58, and Teresa Hughes, 59, run the ghost investigation company Afterlife Paranormal, traveling around to supposedly haunted destinations and broadcasting their findings live via Facebook. This, to be honest, is maybe a reason to check out Facebook once again. Over the past year,
I kind of want to see these people,
especially if you're doing it live. Over the past year, the couple's own home has allegedly been the center of supposed ghost activity, and Charlie and Teresa now believe they are being haunted by a sinister and demonic presence by the name of George.
Well, first of all, we did bury a boy named George earlier this year in our basement.
Connection? They believe that they may well have brought George home after Teresa allegedly became possessed in a graveyard.
I need to know more about this possession.
Here's the couple. Teresa and man whose name I literally forgot. But look at them hold that possessed doll.
They seem pretty severe. That's what I'm going to say about. That's all I have to say about that.
You guys are pretty severe. If I have to describe you two with one word, I would say severe. The alleged incident apparently occurred during an investigation at Lime Pits Nature Reserve in the town of Walsall.
Wait. Say that again. Lime Pits?
At Lime Pits Nature Reserve in the town of Walsall, near Birmingham. I hate British places. Paranoid, if you're listening, I'm sorry. I don't know how to pronounce any of your towns. I'm an American. You all know about it. According to Charlie, that's his name. According to Charlie, he discovered Teresa lying in the mud in total darkness. During the investigation, after having allegedly heard a scream and she telling somebody or something to get out. Now he believes that Teresa had been possessed with the malevolent spirit following them home.
That classic demon, George.
Charlie, who's been an investigator, a paranormal investigator for 18 years. This is also England, where George is like an ancient name to them. It all kicked off that day. when we had that possession at the graveyard when it all went wrong. That is what started it off. I think it was George that possessed her. I don't remember. This is Teresa speaking. I don't remember anything apart from Charlie standing next to me. I remember being soaked wet because, excuse my language, I had pissed myself.
Okay. Well, it sounds like they just got super hammered in a graveyard called the Lime Pits.
Also,
which
sometimes
I'm guessing Lime Pits is probably not like a fun, crazy name. It's probably a bunch like a rock quarry, basically.
sometimes it sounds like it, but with a rock quarry with a graveyard. Also, it sounds like I know someone who, and we all know someone who has an issue with fainting, and then during the fainting, they will, excuse my language, piss themselves. So you might want to get that checked out, Teresa. You might have like a severe blood pressure issue.
Yeah. Could be a bladder problem also. I hear Poise is doing really interesting things.
An eerie photograph of Charlie had been taken at the same site, and this appears to show him surrounded by foggy mist, which he now believes was the restless spirit of George. Despite his extensive experience in the field of the paranormal investigations, Charlie claims this was the first incident of possession he's ever witnessed, and says things changed drastically at home in the months that followed.
I mean, does it get worse than passing out in a graveyard and pissing yourself?
Yeah, it does, apparently. Because now they have a super ghost in their fucking place. At first, okay, the Mirror's website is going crazy. Give me a moment. Here we go. We're back. At first, the alleged hauntings were low energy, but things really ramped up after they decided to hold a seance.
They're enticing this thing to haunt them more.
Yeah. They had a suspicion that a ghost followed them home. They're in graveyards all the time. This never happens. And then they go, and then all of a sudden, low energy shit. So like stuff's disappearing, being placed, or maybe not that, but like weird sounds probably coming from various hallways or rooms that are empty, low energy shit.
Plates moving 3 to 4 inches.
That's a little bit higher energy, I think. We should look that up later.
Looking it up now. High energy ghost stuff. Jangles keys.
Oh, okay. So that's high energy. So I think the plate would be high energy too. The couple claimed to have witnessed. They had a seance, which is, always antagonizing, with the supposed presence appearing to become more powerful after said seance. The couple claim to have witnessed things being thrown around the house by unseen hands, including a knife. Teresa said, the hauntings scare me a little bit, but I know I'm safe with Charlie. He knows what he's doing. Teresa, I think you need to go to a doctor.
Like he doesn't. Yeah.
I think you need to go to a doctor, first of all, and get that issue checked out. And I would not trust Charlie. And I love Charlie. Charlie's a good enough dude, Oh,
I'm sure Charlie's great, but if he couldn't stop a ghost from coming home with you from a graveyard, I don't know that safety is his number one.
So the pair have been conducting investigations at the property using electromagnetic equipment, dolls, and Ouija boards, and believe they captured some evidence. One creepy Facebook Live video from their Facebook shows a doll apparently rolling down the stairs after a few were placed on the steps, with the staircase said to be a particular hotbed of activity.
What the fuck are they doing?
They're trying to get ghosts to follow them. Charlie, who believes the presence is getting stronger, told the publication, "We've done 1 or 2 Ouija boards. We've tried to contact someone named George, who is responsible for all this, what is going on."
Well, first of all, if you were doing 1 or 2 Ouija boards correctly, George would have contacted you.
Yes. And it seems you're really trying to put on this George facade on it, and it's a Phil or something, you know? Like, you're just upsetting the ghost more and more by misnaming it.
Yeah, well, and also that Phil has 2 L's, which you don't ever expect, but seems reasonable.
Now, apparently, we contacted him and got his name. So, okay, the name came from the ghost. Then he said, "Kill you, death, die." Those were the 3 words, and that's 4 words, by the way. Those were the 3 words he used on the board. Oh, I guess kill you's 1 spot on there because they have a really aggressive Ouija board. Yeah, it's like one side's kill you, the other side's love you.
It might be very specific. There may not even be letters on there. It's just the 5 things that they wish a ghost would say to them.
It makes it easier for the ghost. Ever since then, we've had more activity and more activity. I have dealt with loads of these types of things before, but this one is slightly different.
He is not. He said it was his first time seeing a possession.
I mean, you can do lots of stuff before possession, but over 18 years, I assume you're a master and have seen everything. He's still like an apprentice at 18 years in. He continued.
It's rare enough that you're never going to get your 10,000 hours as a ghost hunter.
I mean, you can if you choose the night, but you know, with modern capitalism right now, do any of us really have the option to choose the night?
Yeah, how many asylums can you break into?
When you have to go to work in the next morning, you know?
Exactly.
He continued, "This entity is more powerful than any other spirit that I have encountered. We have done all the usual things like cleansing and holy water, but nothing seems to be preventing it from doing what it is doing. I wouldn't say it is a poltergeist, although it's in that category. It is physical, though, because when we did a live broadcast last week, it threw a glass from one end of our bedroom to another."
This guy is so bad at his job.
Also, about a month ago, when we were doing an investigation with just a few dolls out, we had a knife go across the kitchen, which bounced off the sink, which again, I think that's George. It's been going on for about a year, but it's always been low energy. And once again, we looked up the low energy, and this is starting to be high energy, sir.
Yeah, throwing a knife pretty high.
We had a presence before the Ouija board. These have been like normal ghosts coming in and out. It's only started building up in the last couple of months. I think it is just getting stronger. The disturbances he is causing mostly happen at night, like hearing bangs and things like that. It is like he is feeding off the darkness.
Well, I guess turn on some lights.
And that's going to be the paranormal news, everyone. Thank you for joining Nate and I. Jordan, if you're beyond 6 digits, tell us what the cosine of the square root of 100 is, and we'll know that's the symbol, or that's the sign that you're beyond the 6th digit.
Yes, we'll have our graphing calculators on so you can send us the vision.
Send us the vision, Jordan. If you like what we do here, check us out wherever. Google us, Werewolf Radar. You'll see our website. That's the best place to get all of our episodes. We have old and new episodes there, plus links to our YouTube, which is the best way to watch our show live and see any, or not live, but watch the visual form.
Live-ish.
Is it live? Live-ish.
I mean,
you can watch us live to tape.
Yeah.
On YouTube, and like and subscribe, please. We're almost to 1,000 followers, Nate, or subscribers, whatever YouTube's called.
Once we get to 1,000 subscribers, all of you become immortal.
All of you become immortal. Remember, 1,000 subscribers, immortality.
It does come with some caveats, but don't worry about it.
Yes, if you want immortality and no caveats, think about going to our Patreon at patreon.com/werewolf radar, where we will grant you with immortality, only applies within the bunker. And you can get awesome paranormal extras such as grave nuggets curated by Nate, merchandise with art designed by Jordan, fiction from me. Every once in a while, it's all old right now, but there's a lot to read there. I'm trying to figure out how to write more, but life.
It's coming up. Yeah,
it's coming up.
Be more.
It's coming up.
There's no end to what you ultimately might be able to get by signing up for our Patreon.
Plus, you're doing a cool thing by helping us remain a small independent podcast with no ads. Now let's wrap this up so we can do our main episode. On the count of 3, our super duper secret sign off line from one Dylan Gutierrez, Dark Council member extraordinaire. Thank you for this. 1, 2, 3. Suspect the void. Space persons, whomever.
Conspiracies are true.